Bill Skarsgård just needs to make movies from now on where he's under a whole bunch of makeup and is a creepy motherfucker. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys an early review of Nosferatu, which is a new movie that's actually not coming out until Christmas Day of this year. However, I had the opportunity to check out a screener of it early, so I'm going to give you guys my 2 cents on the movie and let you know everything about it. Now, this movie is directed by Robert Eggers, and this is the first time I've actually watched one of his movies. Did not get the opportunity to see his first 3 movies. They have always been on my list to check out. I just unfortunately haven't made the time to check them out. But after seeing Nosferatu, I definitely want to check out those other movies because, wow, this movie is just amazing to look at. This, from the trailers of it and the trailers for Eggers' other movies, I always thought his movies had a certain style and a certain look to them that definitely appealed to me. Whatever reason, I just haven't had the opportunity to check those other ones out. That's kind of beyond me. But with Nosferatu, wow, just right off the bat, one of the best positives about this movie is the way that it looks, the way that it's shot, the cinematography, everything in this movie looks gorgeous. Granted, the color palette is all black and gray and everything looks very bleak and very, gloomy and whatnot. But beside the fact, the way that the movie just is filmed, it just looks so incredibly good. And, take everything else out of this movie, just looking at it, it's a beautiful movie to look at. So even if everything else didn't work, it has that going for it at the very least. But on the plus side, pretty much everything in this movie does work. This is a great gothic horror movie. If you're not familiar with Nosferatu, it's a character in a movie that's been around since the 20s. It's a character that's been inspired and brought up in a lot of other media, from different movies to hell, even an episode of SpongeBob, they throw him out there and have a little gag with him. And this is a character you've seen before, and the character actually is named Count Orlok, who in this movie is played by Bill Skarsgård. And man, Bill Skarsgård is a guy, every time I see him in a movie now, I like him more and more. From playing Pennywise the Clown in the newer It movies, he has just built a legacy of being a really good, creepy villain character. And, I don't want him to ever get typecast by that, but the guy is creepy looking, just flat out. Even in the middle of the day looking at him, he's a creepy looking dude. So if he just kind of builds this legacy of playing these really creepy and interesting looking characters, he's going to have himself a great career for the rest of his life. But his character in this movie, Count Orlok, is unsettling to look at. Like they've done a good job in the advertising for this movie to really not show how he looks, and it's definitely a different look than what you're used to seeing from the original movie and other iterations of this character. But I think it works. Like it's a good modern look, and everything about it just is so unsettling, so unnerving, very creepy to look at. It's in certain scenes it's almost hard to look at him because he's just so eerie, and the performance he's giving is unmatched. Like it's fantastic. Everybody else here in the rest of the cast does a fabulous job as well. Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose Depp, is your lead girl here in the movie, and she does a phenomenal job. I've only seen a few things with her before. Most of them involved Kevin Smith as the director, and not to say that Kevin Smith's a bad director, but the particular movies with Lily Rose Depp in them, not all that great, and she's not very good in them. However, in this movie, she is killing it from the jump. I mean, her performance in this movie, it needs to get some attention. I know the Oscars and Golden Globes kind of shy away from the horror genre, but man, her and Bill Skarsgård, I think, really need to get some kind of recognition this year because their performances are out of this world. Everybody else in the cast, from Willem Dafoe, Nicholas Hoult, Aaron Taylor Johnson, just everybody in this movie is doing a phenomenal job, and everybody is being well directed. And that's, getting back to Robert Eggers, I can't wait to check out the rest of his filmography because this guy knows how to work with actors, and it's very clear in this movie that he is getting the best performances out of these people, and these characters are really intricately written, and designed and everything. And just watching the movie from start to finish, everything works very well. At a certain point, it does hit maybe a little bit of a sluggish point because this movie is almost 2 hours and 15 minutes. So the pacing is a little slow at times, and that would be really my only gripe with it. Outside of that, there's really not much else to dislike. Everything else, works well, from the direction to the acting. When it does get into the gruesome and bloody gore and everything, all of that looks really great. A lot of practical effects being used here. Might be a little CG from time to time, but it's not so noticeable that it's taking you out of the movie. Just everything here is working immaculately. This movie really, really exceeded my expectations. I wanted it to be good. I'm a big horror fan. I like vampire movies and everything, but I wasn't really sure how this one was going to work. The trailer is nice, but trailers sometimes can be a little misleading, or you can misjudge them from time to time. But this one lives up to the hype, man. This is a fantastic movie. There's really not much else I can say about it. Overall, I would give this about an 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, other than the pacing and just a little bit here and there that maybe doesn't work fully all together, aside from that, everything else here is hitting on every cylinder. And if you are a fan of this type of movie, this gothic horror genre, this is going to be right up your alley for sure. So definitely check it out when it comes out this Christmas. That's about it for me, guys. When you have the opportunity to check out Nosferatu, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more reviews. I'll leave all my links down below on where you can follow me and check out more of my reviews. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.